What's good? What's good? There you go. What's good, guys? It's your boy Eru, host of the Dynix podcast. A little bit late coming into the place today, man. Got to set it up a little bit better than this. Move this up a little bit. There you go. Hey, man, I missed most of the freaking first half. I got to be truthful with that. These early games, even if it's a little bit early, man, 7 o'clock, that 30 minutes. Usually, I'm not even in the crib by then. But I was watching on the highway. I had a couple things that I had to do before I came home, man. So I was watching, while all that stuff was happening. I got some tea, steaming on the side over here. Um, Listen, man, this is weird because, we want the guys to tank. We want the guys to get good draft position. That's a big thing. Because, between our position that we have now, Washington's position, which is ironic because we're playing them today, and like the position right above us, it's like literally 10%. So if the Knicks win, we drop to we still stay at 10%. But if we lose, we got a chance to get into 20%. So where does your pride lie, man? I hate losing. I hate losing. And here's the thing too. Watching these games like that, you can't get upset about why Tom Thibodeau's not doing this, why Tom Thibodeau's not doing that, if you want the Knicks to lose. So it's like an oxymoron. It's like you asking for your own misery. If you're gonna be cheering for the Knicks to lose, but you're mad that they're losing, but then you're happy that we're tanking, and then you're mad at this. It's like you can't be both at the same time, man. At this time of the year, you gotta let it go, man. After we went 3 for 17, the season was over, man. I hate to say that. We still was in it. We still had even though all that, maybe like 2 weeks ago, we still was in it. We still had a chance to get into the play-in, but it's just like we're fighting another ending battle with this Tom Thibodeau thing. So that's like beating a dead horse. Like I said, Twitter is everyone's where everyone communicates. That's like the town hall. Instead, that's where everybody meet up and gives their opinion and stuff. People are complaining that fans they think you guys are so smart. You always got something to say. This and the other. Why can't you just enjoy your team? You always gotta think of a trade. Always gotta talk about the coach. There's so many different fans out there that complain about that. Then why are we here? Why are you on Twitter? Why are you on Twitter? Just to tell people not to complain about everything and just be quiet? So why are you on Twitter then? You know what I'm saying? Why do you care about people so much? Why do you care to get more followers and things like that? If you're gonna spend most of the time, cursing your followers out and calling out haters and everything else, this doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I was watching Godfrey. I just saw he went live, so I went and see what he was talking about. So anyway, I couldn't wait because he wasted like a good 10 minutes just waiting for people to come in. Just randomly talking to people. But he didn't thank everybody for showing up. But he spent like a good a couple minutes talking about haters. It's like, why do people talk about haters so much, man? I just don't get it. That's like a phenomenon that I just would not understand. Like I know for a fact there's a lot of people that hate my show, but watch it religiously. And listen, I don't watch other people's shows anymore for a lot of different reasons. Most of the time because I don't have time to watch anybody else's show. So sometimes I peep in and stuff like that. But a lot of times I watch other people's shows and I hear them saying shit that I said the night before. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people regurgitate the shit that I said the night before. So that's the reason why I don't one of the reasons why I don't watch anybody else's podcast. Anyway, you guys are watching this because it's halftime of Crunchtime. You don't got time to hear me bitch and moan about the internet and stuff like that. So let me get this together. Well, I could look at the screen here. I could just tell you right now. There's a couple things that I don't like without even having to get into full detail about a lot of different things. I don't like Obi Toppin only getting at one point he had 0 rebounds. He had 0 rebounds in I think in that first quarter. And I think most of his rebounds he got in this second quarter here. So 5 rebounds is good for the first half. I like it, but he needs to be a force on the boards in order for us to succeed. In order for us to succeed at basketball in the future and going down the thing, he needs to be able to secure boards, man. Defensive rebounds, especially. So I don't think he has a problem rebounding per se, but that's his job. I think he's just more enamored with him getting touches on the inside. That's the only thing that he mentioned. That I'm getting more acclimated with the offense and make mistakes. But listen, that's not your job, fam. Your job is to play power forward. You know what I'm saying? Not to make mistakes on offense and stuff like that. I don't want to hear about that. That's not your primary job. Your primary job is to take care of the inside. That's just like before I can even get into the stats and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm actually drinking dietist tea, guys. For anybody that gives a damn about what I'm doing over here, it's dietist tea because I need to take a dump. Okay, your boy is fat as hell. I'm tired of being fat. I'm thinking this weekend might be the weekend that I might actually start to work out and stuff. So beware for that, man. I'm gonna see if I could put out some content on that. I don't know if you guys would support that. But a couple things, man. Got Alec Burks, 1 assist. He's a starting point guard. Fournier has had a bad game. Quickly off the bench, he only got like what? He has Fournier has 6 and 5 and 3. Why isn't he starting, man? At this point of the year, a lot of stuff doesn't make any sense. But while I'm trying to get this together, let's get this halftime stuff going on here. All right, let's share the screen one time. Yeah, man, I still got to figure this out because I really don't like this whole Windows stuff, because it's not really tablet mode, so I can't really pinch and stuff like that. But let's take a look at it. I always look at the quarter summary. This is Detroit. Lord help me. Come on, guys, help me here. Help me. Help me. So anyway, 30-8 in the first quarter for Milwaukee against the Bucks. Now you can talk about tanking. That's some tanking right there. Anyway, first quarter for the Knicks, Washington was up 31-33. Second quarter of death for Washington, 36-19. That's incredible, man. But listen, do we want to win or not? Do we want to tank or not? That's the big thing here. Let's check out the game charts. This is the shot charts for both teams. I like the Knicks shot chart, man. These red X's here, I would love the Knicks to make all these shots because we have players that really can score in this area, and I wish that we would do it more often. I do enjoy all the green circles at the rim, so that means we're attacking the rim pretty good. The 3-point shots, it's a lot of them at the top of the key today. I don't know if this is fast break stuff. I guess I have to really dig deep into these stats here. Checking out Washington. Washington's they don't really shoot a lot of threes, as you can see. Everything is on the inside and whatever. So, they're a bad team. The Knicks should be able to beat them. There's no reason why the Knicks should lose to them because they're not going to kill you from 3-point land unless we give these guys confidence and they start launching the same way like this guy. What's his name? Is he playing today? The Nick Killer, the same guy that always destroys us every time we play the Washington Wizards. Anyway, we got the biggest lead is 9 for the Knicks, 13 for the Wizards. So we came back from a lot already. 13 points down. We came back and now we're winning by 9. 0 times tied. Longest run was 11. I think that was probably the Wizards. So it might be us. It might have been us. Lead changes was 1. Just weird. So I mean the Knicks were down by 13 and the lead changes was 1. So I'm quite sure that longest run might have been us. 11. Anyway, rebounds is dead even. Assists is about dead even. Steals, we have more steals than them. Blocks are about dead even. Turnovers, they have 10 turnovers. That's the tail of the game right there. 10 turnovers to 3 turnovers. They both are shooting pretty good from the field, 47-52. From the 3, the Knicks are shooting 33%. The Wizards are shooting 41%. So, I mean, that could change a little bit. And the free throws are about even. The Knicks are dominating in fast break points, which is interesting. But that's Emmanuel Quickly. That's right, Emmanuel Quickly right there. Second chance points 4-0. They have no rebounders there, but they went and signed a lot of rebounders and they can't rebound. They have a lot of forwards on this team. They have a lot of forwards and a lot of centers, and he still can't really dominate on the inside like that. They are beating us in points to the paint, but 26-24 is about dead even. So the Washington Wizards suck, man. Their coach is horrible. I think who do they have? Not Bickerstaff. They got the other guy. Can't think of it. Wes Unseld Jr. I think is their coach, if I'm not mistaken. Let's dive into their box score. Barrett has 14. He's doing what he has to do. 14, 3 and 2. Obi Toppin again, 18 points at the half. Incredible. But like I said, according to this, it says he has 0 rebounds. Maybe I was looking at the stats wrong. Because on the television screen here it says 5 rebounds, but here at NBA.com it says he has 0 rebounds. I know I'm not lying. You can see right there on the screen there. So I don't know who's telling the truth there. But Jericho Sims has 5 rebounds. See, it just changed. Now it said he has 4 rebounds. So it just went from 5 to 4. So something's going on here, man. I freaking hate this shit sometimes. We're trying to give stats and them motherfuckers can't give you proper stats. So here he goes again. It says 5 rebounds again, and it literally says Obi Toppin has 0 rebounds. So I don't know what's going on with the screen. I don't know if the Knicks got it wrong or if NBA.com got it wrong. So if anybody could confirm, what's right and what's wrong, that you could let me know. Like I said, Burks and I'm looking at the score here. What does Burks have? Burks has oh, I know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the for some reason they have the Brooklyn stats on the screen. I mean, they're killing me today. Let's refresh this. For some reason they have the Brooklyn Nets stats on the screen, from the Wizards. So anyway, so this is true. Obi Toppin has freaking 0 rebounds. 0 rebounds as a power forward. How the hell does that happen? We can't win that way. Even though he has 18 points, we cannot win if our power forward has 0 rebounds. Jesus Christ. So MSG got me looking stupid today with the stats. So I'm refreshing it now to see if this thing fixes itself here. So I want to make sure because I'm gonna refer to it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, they got it together now. Yeah, man, that's incredible. Yeah, we cannot win with Obi Toppin, the power forward, getting 0 rebounds, man. That is not a good game. For all the 18 points or whatever he might be doing offensively, shooting the threes today, 3 for 4. One free throw, that's not good either. 0 rebounds and 1 free throw, we can't win this way. And if we do that, we're gonna have to get a really dominant center in order to cover up what these guys can't do. Obi Toppin can't score on the inside. RJ can't. You can't really post RJ up at the moment. Maybe he'll develop that, but he can't do it today. We all don't want Julius Randle on the roster. So I mean, Jericho Sims is nice. I like to have Jericho Sims in the mix. But Deontay Ayton, man, I'm like really almost about to start campaigning for that motherfucker. Deontay Ayton with this crew. RJ and Obi, let them do their thing, and then you could just dump it into Deontay Ayton every single time if you want to. Get Fournier out of here. Try to get this guy Quentin Grimes more minutes. Maybe draft another shooting guard. Maybe sign another shooting guard that fits the mold a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even Alec Burks. Start Quentin Grimes. Have Alec Burks come off the bench. Start quickly at point guard. You got Rose coming off the bench with Deuce. We have something that we can really work with, man. But like I said, we cannot win with Obi Toppin getting only 0 rebounds, man. That's not happening. Not against good teams. Not if we're trying to win anything. So that's something on Obi Toppin. He really has to improve on that. I don't know who he has in his ear, but like I said, he only seems to be talking about like certain things here. So let me I don't know if you guys can hear, but I kind of want to hear what Ichi is saying. See, I mean, this fucking thing is like really driving me crazy. So I mean, this is the end of the season. So I mean, the MSG Go, I guess they'll figure it out because one time the volume button is on the screen and next time it isn't. So anyway, I'll hopefully by next season, I'll have a better option here with this freaking thing because NBA.com, for as good as the stats and stuff is, it's not a reliable website. And also MSG Go here too. So anyway, I'm gonna pay attention more to this game in the second half because I was watching it on the go, so I can't really critique what was really happening with the Knicks today. So right now, wow, they tried to pick and roll and throw an alley-oop to a guy that can't really jump or catch. That's Gafford. Is that his name? Gafford on the Wizards? Yeah, Gafford sucks, man. They wouldn't pay him all that money because he had like a couple good games last year. And in the first half, 11 minutes, 0 points, 2 rebounds. I'm glad we're not the Wizards, man, because they just make one stupid move after another stupid move. As I think Evan Fournier just hit a 3 just now. So Evan Fournier's finally off his nut today. Off his nut means he finally scored. Here goes their kid here, Denny Advija. I wanted Denny Advija, guys. Denny Advija was pretty high on my list. I actually wanted Obi Toppin because I thought Obi Toppin was going to be a different player when he got into the NBA. But if we, because I expected Cleveland to take Obi Toppin. I didn't think he was going to fall to the Knicks. So if Cleveland took Obi Toppin, I would have been happy with Denny Advija. So he hasn't really crossed over into where he needs to be yet. Right now he has 8. He has 4 rebounds, 3 assists. So that's what he does. He's like a Christian Laettner, kind of like a Tom Gugliotta kind of guy. He really reminds me of Tom Gugliotta. Tom Gugliotta turned into a power forward later in his career, but he was a small forward for some of it too. So I kind of like him like that. He's like a new age kind of power forward. Roy Hachimura, he's another good player. He's 18 points tonight. He's a power guy, but he's another guy that can't rebound. You know, this league, I know there's a lot of 3-point shots, so it kind of messes the game up. Guys are not really getting in position. The big men are not really in position to get rebounds like they used to. So it's just a different game now. But your big man has to rebound, man. And to me, there's no excuse. Even though there's a lot of threes, a lot of long rebounds and stuff like that. These big men, they got to get these boards, bro. The game is different. You're not going to be down low, really boxing out on the inside, waiting for rebounds. You got to figure it out. These guys, they got to figure out. All the best rebounders that ever lived, they all figured it out. Dennis Rodman was 6'8", 210 pounds for his whole career, and he was able to get 18 rebounds a game. You know what I'm saying? Just having a nose for the ball, knowing where the ball's going to go. So same thing with these players, man. They get these fundamentals for their position, are lacking. The fundamentals for the position that these guys play is lacking. It's like a positionless game, but that's what people like to say. But you need to have, there needs to be rules, man. There needs to be rules. Like a lot of people nowadays talk about marriage. I'll throw that out there. Like marriage. Marriage is not for me. Oh, why do I got to get married for? That's not my thing. But listen, man, if you're gonna be with somebody for all these years, for years and years and years, and you guys don't have any paperwork between each other than child support, you know what I'm saying? Or yeah, we bought a house together, but then hey, we're gonna break up. I mean, there's rules, man. You have to have the woman has to be. The woman can have all her aspirations that she wants. You know what I'm saying? But there's still rules within us that the women have to do a certain thing. Men have to do it too. Everything is a little blurred, but still, basically, the man has this, the woman has that. Once children get involved, the children have their own place too. They all have their own place in the whole totem, and that's how families work. That's how families stay together, and you pass down traditions and shit like that too. Same thing with sports. The power forward is the dad. The mom is the point guard. You know what I'm saying? The kids is shooting guard. Type of thing. Grandma is the power forward. Papa is the center. You need everybody. To form a nice strong family. So same thing in sports, man. You need these guys to be strong in their positions. Shout out to Corey Crispert. He's a good player. He'll be there eventually. He's not really playing too good today, but you really got to keep an eye on that guy. 3-point shooting. Other than that, it's not really anybody to talk about. Smith got 10 minutes today. 5 points, 2 assists. A couple other, they got Thomas Bryant. Like I said, the Wizards they went and signed Gafford, but then they still got Thomas Bryant, and then they got KP in the mix too. So what the hell are they doing? What are they doing over there? They got a whole team full of point guards and shooting guards that play point guard. Vernon Carey Jr. is a good player, but he never gets minutes over there. I just don't get it. So I mean, the Knicks are not the only team that are just completely lost and stuff. But I think the Knicks, right, especially even right now, even without Julius, even without some of the other guys that are hurt, we still are a better team, than the Washington Wizards. We're coached really well to play defense. But being able to take advantage of what we do offensively, it's an uphill battle. So anyway, I just feel like talking today. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I didn't really get a chance to talk the last game. I kind of was out of it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but let me say what's up to you guys. I haven't said what's up to you guys yet. It's already 20 minutes into the show, so I'm gonna say what's up to King Embert. He was the first guy here today. I am Jarrell. What's good? Salute to Jarrell. Delano Steele. What's good, man? Salute. Isn't it amazing how that word salute is everywhere now? Everybody says salute. When the fuck did that happen? When did that become a thing? I think that's just a podcast thing. At the end of my show, I always say, put 4 fingers to the forehead, tuck in the thumb, salute. I didn't know that I was a part of the trend, but apparently I'm a part of the trend. Maybe they got it from me, One of the many things that a lot of these damn podcasts get from me, But a lot of them have more followers. Some of them have more followers, so it makes it seem like they invented shit. But, I know what it is. I could talk as much shit as I want to. I don't give a fuck. Malik Cologne, how you doing, my man? If we win with Burks playing 40 minutes, I'll be pissed. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Yeah, shout out to Infamous New King. At this point, I mean, Tom Thibodeau don't know how to coach like that. He don't know how to not necessarily lose, but he don't know how to just take a look at what guys are capable of doing. I mean, like right now, if you look at the screen, I'll make it. Let me see. I'll make it bigger again. Like if you look at the box scores right on the screen here, uh, not for nothing, the minutes are pretty even. But why is Evan and Burks, playing 20 minutes, just about 20 minutes apiece? Why? Miles McBride needs to get more minutes. Not nothing that the Ryan Arcanado, whatever his name is, he got 4 minutes already. That's a lot for Tom Thibodeau. But I mean, that dude should be at 20. Burks should have the season off. Fournier should have the season off. There's nothing else for them to play for but get hurt. Let's get these young guys out there. We got another guy, Farron Hunt. I would like to see what the hell he looks like. So let's get these guys out there, man. It's like no point. There's no point of anything that's going on in the season. We don't need to see what Evan Fournier is doing or how he's developing. We don't need to see what Burks is doing. We need to see what these other guys can do. Shit is ridiculous. That's what the Washington Wizards are doing. Lakers fan complain even when they're winning. I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about the Knicks fan base. Yeah, maybe I got you confused. I don't know what you're saying here. But maybe you meant the Knicks fans complain even when they're winning. You want to hear about the Knicks fan base? We put Lakers. Lakers fans are annoying because like for Lakers fans, it's more like I think Miami fans are the worst, especially when LeBron was there and they were winning. Like those guys, they don't know basketball. People in Miami, some of the kids there they could play, because they have great weather, and have great programs. If you live in Florida, Miami area, Orlando, Tampa stuff, they have a lot of great sports programs and stuff. That's why they're really good at football there and stuff like that because they just have great facilities. The weather's so good, you can go out there and play in the fields, and kids can really train, almost year round. You can't really do that in New York. In New York, you just buckle down for school. If you made the team in the summertime, then you play basketball during the school year. And then the summertime your chance to really train. But as far as like really getting out in the open and being able to grow and stretch your wings, New York is not really the place to do that. That's why so many prep stars go away. They go down south or whatever, so they can go down south or they go to the Midwest. That way they have enough room to grow, breathe that good air, eat that good food and stuff like that. It's not really a good place to be. Shout out to Geraldine. We got Hulk Homer's here. Sims is taking the Sims is taking them all, and he's yeah. I got you. I got what you're saying. Yes, Sims is doing well, man. I didn't really get to mention what he did today. Sims he has 6 rebounds, he has 6 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal. That's what he's gonna do. He's definitely gonna give you whatever amount of points he has. He's gonna match that with rebounds. I like the free throws. He missed a lot last year. I mean last game. So he really has to work on that. That's all rookie stuff. Him making his free throws, being more consistent rebounding, being more consistent scoring on the inside, blocking defense. Making sure he's in the right spots at all times on the inside. Those are things that he'll learn. I think that kid he's shown you enough that he can do it. So I'm not worried about him. I'm not really worried about Simmons, but he's really good, man. I really appreciate the fact that we got him. So I mean, you got to congratulate the Knicks front office for getting players like this. For every player that we miss, we have been getting good players. So the only player that we really miss is Frank Ntilikina and Knox. If you want to talk about missing anybody, but we got rid of those guys. The new regime got rid of them, and we ended up getting guys that we can use going forward. So I mean, the Knicks do draft well, especially this regime. And then also too, say like a guy like Scott Perry and these other guys too. Scott Perry really because he was here first, but and he's still in the mix. These guys know how to clean up their mistakes, which is good too. So right now, like they just like beating the paint off the rim. Washington Wizards haven't scored in a while. The Knicks are blowing these guys out now. Because I think we were up by 9. It was 59-50, if I'm not mistaken. So now it's 80-62. That's the score. 80-62. So I'm not gonna mess around with the box score too much. We're just gonna enjoy the game tonight. Let's do this. See if I can get this a little bit bigger. Pause. Load this up. Load it up a little bit. Click the league pass button. Let's see if I can get that box score up there. There it is. Come on, league pass. Come on now. Come on, nah. There you go. Make this bigger. All right, let's enjoy our team, guys. Right now it's 83-62. We got 5 minutes and 29 seconds in the third quarter. Uh, I'm not a fan of these kids' hair, man. I like Sims, the carrot top look, whatever. He's got to be mixed. His hair is all crazy. But I feel like all the kids have that. Hichimura is mixed. He's half black and Japanese. But they all got that same curly thing going on top of the head. I mean, because that's what's in style, having a blowout and having a size cut. Because I mean, Hichimura got the same haircut as Obi Top, not Obi Top, as what's his name, RJ Barrett. And if they don't have that hairstyle, then quickly, how many players in the NBA have the same haircut as quickly? I mean, it is what it is. I'm just glad that the Jerry curl is not back anymore. That's one style that you didn't really see a lot, because in the West Coast, the Jerry curl was really going crazy. You saw that around, like down south, people would have the Jerry curl, whatever. If you go Midwest, they had it, but not really so much in New York. But in the league, I think only like Michael Cage had a Jerry curl, and I think Michael Cage had a Jerry curl and AC Green had a Jerry curl, and then nobody else had it, because I mean that was a hairstyle that was just played out. So I mean, in the streets now, everybody has dreads, everybody has the big, afro and stuff. So I mean, I get it, but like let's be fly with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make it look cool or whatever. Make it make it whatever. Because even when you see them in their regular clothes and stuff like that, they look like they're upset. About the way they look. Like it doesn't look comfortable. Like they just forcing the look. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on with this era that I'm not really a fan of, man. A lot of people forcing things. It's very hard to be organic. Nobody wants to be organic. Everybody just wants to regurgitate the same shit over and over, to be hot, to be a part of the crowd, that type of thing. Obi Toppin still has 0 rebounds. Get out of here, bro. Does he? No way. I'm looking at the screen here. He got 1 rebound. He has 1 rebound now. 24 points and 1 rebound. That's no good. So I mean, I was arguing with, I forgot who I was arguing. It might have been State. I forgot who I was arguing with. Well, we were talking about it was State. We were talking about perimeter players. Like Obi's a perimeter guy. He's a perimeter player. He's not a real power forward. He's really like a finesse outside player. You know what I'm saying? So if that's going to be your power forward, you can't have that guy playing center. Obi can't play center. So if you're going to have Obi playing this way, then you need a dominant center on the inside. You need somebody that's going to be able to get some buckets on the interior. You know what I'm saying? You can't have Obi and Julius together. Can't, because both of these guys want to be on the outside. And then it makes Obi look even worse if you don't have anybody working on the inside. Right now, Jericho Sims doing a good job in the paint, throwing his body around, that type of thing. But like I said, I cannot get over Deontay Aiden. I feel like we need to throw the book at that motherfucker, man. Hopefully that he comes over here. Hopefully Phoenix doesn't want him. And hopefully we can do a signing trade for Mitch or something like that, or trade Julius over there to Phoenix and get Deontay here. Because I think that would be a really good mix, man. I don't know if you guys agree with that. If you guys agree with that, because I'm still trying to get through these comments. If you guys agree with that, we'll talk about that, once I further get down on these comments. Mike Cologne, what are you talking about? Malik Cologne. I'm not going to complain about Obi not getting rebound because he's killing it with the Wiz. Yeah, I get you, man. But listen, what is his role? I was talking about roles in society, roles in everything. Like the police role is to serve and protect. You know what I'm saying? But over the years, what have they been doing? A few mess it up for everybody, but the stigma's still there. And then the ones that quote unquote that are the good cops. They're not saying nothing about bad cops. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of videos came out recently where there was this dude. It went viral, right? This it's in another state. This dude, he's getting crazy with this guy, but the suspect or whatever, the criminal, was already handcuffed and in the squad car, and he's arguing with him in the car. And then he gets out the car and proceeds to start to fuck him up, to abuse him while he was already handcuffed. And then all the other officers are all standing around, not saying nothing. A lot of them are turning, not ignoring him. Yeah, and who pops up? A female. A female cop pops in and grabs him by his belt and pulls him out the car. And then he goes crazy. He looked like he wanted to punch her. And then he leaves and talks about, y'all deal with you later, talking to the cop. So apparently he's suspended and all this. But how many times did that happen, man? In my life that I've, especially when I was younger, mostly when I was younger. When you get older, you tend not to be in these situations anymore. But when you're younger, you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing, of course. It still doesn't it doesn't grant the police the ability to just like destroy you, just because you're making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad situation to get fucked up while you're handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? Or mistakenly arrested for something that you didn't do. Have to be taken to a precinct and all this other stuff. So it's a bad situation. But a lot of times the police officers themselves they can step in and de-escalate the situation. you know, not be the spoiled brats that they are. So I'm just saying all this just to bring it back to basketball. Julius Randle, spoiled fucking brat, spoiled loser. Bad, terrible loser. His body language just ruins everything. How come nobody's saying nothing to him? They just letting him do what he wants to do. So it's a bad example for everyone else. Everyone's afraid to do what they want to do because he's popping off. But if they pop off, then the coach is cursing them out. So it's a double standard, man. So like I said, it's roles. Everybody has a role to do. And the Knicks have to figure that out. They're gonna have to like clean up this roster and get this team more in sync with each other. Salute to Myth. Salute to the Knicks haters as well. I got you. Salute to the Knicks haters. There's a lot of Knicks haters, man. But I'd rather talk to you guys. I don't want to talk to the Knicks haters. Now I don't want to talk to the guys that are Knicks fans that like to be Knicks haters just because it draws attention, or draws a million views and clicks to your company's website, and adds extra zeros to your bank account too. Just being negative and being a Knicks hater, but you're a Knicks fan too at the same time. How does that work? Oh man, you have to see what he's doing. He's sprinting. I mean, listen, he's sprinting up and down the court, but this is basketball. They're supposed to do that. They're supposed to sprint up and down the court. Yeah, Obi Toppin he brings a lot of good energy, Malik. That's good. I'm not saying anything bad about what he is doing good, but like I said, that rebounding needs to go up, man. He needs to be a factor rebounding. But like I said, if he's not going to be a factor rebounding like that, and that's going to be him for his career, then we have to get somebody in here at center that's going to be able to compensate what he's not doing there. Because like I said, against real teams, if like we were talking about, now we're not talking about like congratulating guys. Oh, look how hard he's playing. Listen, are we trying to win or what? Are we ever trying to win, or are we just going to be congratulating young men because they're not kids, young men, grown men with two kids, married and two kids. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be so happy when they do good. When they have like positives. Are we gonna win? When are we gonna win? Nice double play there. The Knicks as a team, they all need to get like extra coaching about how to finish, man. Quickly's gotten better, definitely, man. But just now he had a wide open rim there, and he's doing all this Dr. J Michael Jordan shit in the air, and he just throws a layup. So they're showing the clip here. Nice in and out move there. But I mean, he had a layup, man. You gotta finish those layups, bro. You gotta finish those layups. You can't just throw up shit up at the backboard and hope the referee gives you a foul, man. The guys have to get better. So I mean, Malik Cologne, you talking about Obi Toppin here, but listen, quickly needs to get better. RJ needs to get better. Oh, everybody needs to get better finishing at the rim. They're looking at the referee for the bail you out. They got to stop that shit. I like Emmanuel quickly leading the offense because he talks and stuff. Obi Toppin is a very good facilitator as well. Hockey assist guy. Somebody needs to shoot it. Come on now. The Knicks are so stuck at trying to get that 3-point shot, but they pass up so many easy 2-point shots. So here goes an alley oop to Emmanuel quickly. So he's pumping his fist with 1 rebound, 24 points, 1 rebound. You can't flex after an alley oop when you have 1 rebound. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we definitely if Obi Top, this is what Obi Top is gonna be. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? But we cannot win basketball games if we don't have interior presence, man. That we're talking about the tank these 2 games. Yeah. I want to. I really don't know what I want. to tell you the truth. It would be nice to get those extra 10%, to see if we can get that fourth seed. Because if we lose both these last two games, I think we're almost guaranteed to get um to move up into the position where we get 20%. I guess I'll pull that up a little later. But right now we're stuck we're tied with Washington to get 10%. So if we win this game, which it looks like we are going to win this game, because Wizards are terrible. As I say that, Taj Gibson gets a turnover off his foot because Obi Toppin threw a crossbody pass across the court, while Danny Avdija sticks a 3-point shot. Tom Thibodeau is going to call a timeout, and I'm going to see who Tom Thibodeau is going to curse out before I continue what I'm saying. Everybody got their head down. I'm looking at Tom Thibodeau. Who is he cursing out? He's always keying on somebody. The guy I like to point out, Johnny Bryant. Johnny Bryant is meeting guys before he sees Tom Thibodeau. So I like that about Johnny Bryant. Go see the players, say what you need to say before you get cursed out by Tom Thibodeau, because Tom Thibodeau's not seeing the whole game. Yeah, man. Let's see what Myth is saying here. Yeah, he's talking about the tank. I forgot about that. But yeah, man, it'd be nice. Like I said, it would be nice to get 20%. But right now we're tied with Washington to get 10. So I'm good. I'm good to get 10 if that's possible. Obi has 0 rebounds, plays the most minutes. It's crazy. Yeah, like I said, Malik, for all the things that Obi Toppin is doing good offensively, he's not a small forward. If Obi Toppin was a small forward, but if he's gonna play this way, then he's a small forward. So I don't mind him being a small forward. If he's gonna be shooting threes, because now all of a sudden he's making his threes. So if he's gonna be shooting threes, and slashing and being that hockey assist guy, then I don't mind him being like a small forward kind of thing. That's okay. That's fine. But we need to get other players in here to compensate for what we can't do. Definitely need to do that. What's up, Cash, my man Cash? What's going on here? Why is Toppin and Mitch always on the floor? I don't know. What's up with Mitch though? Is Mitch out for the year or something? He's done. Because Mitch hasn't played. And I'm done with Mitch, man. I think Mitch needs to go. I don't know if he already told them internally that he wants to shop around and take a look and see what teams want him. But if there's an offer on the table, and let's say like because I mean, listen, Deontay Ayton didn't sign an extension with Phoenix, right? And he's an unrestricted free agent if I'm not mistaken, unrestricted free agent. So anyway, let's see if like Phoenix signs Mitchell Robinson to like a what do you call offer sheet. In fact, no, he's a unrestricted free agent, so they could just sign him outright. So hey, I don't know what to say here. So I mean, if it would be better for them to get a little bit more money to sign and trade Mitch, or maybe just add it to like a Julius trade, I'm down for all of that shit, man. Even for a team like Utah, let's say if Utah wants to get Goldberg out of there because they feel that Donovan Mitchell is not a good fit for that, I wouldn't mind Goldberg either. But I don't think State would like that because State wants Donovan Mitchell. I kind of I wouldn't mind Donovan Mitchell. I ain't gonna say that I want Donovan Mitchell. I almost said it. You know what I'm saying? Let me pay attention to State because State wanted to do a pod today, so I don't know if he wants to pop in on this pod or if he is going to want to do a post game show. To tell you the truth, I'm exhausted, guys. I know you guys know this. This is a working man's podcast. You want to talk about working. I work way too much, man. That's why I can't get my health together. With this whole pandemic and stuff like that, it's I got COVID recently this year, but I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was body aches and stuff like that. But I mean, to like really take care of yourself, you need time to tell you the truth. But if you spend most of the time working and doing family stuff, and you got other obligations and things of that nature, and then you want to have fun and do a podcast every once in a while, it was kind of hard to do that. Those are legit excuses, though. They're not excuses, but I'm just saying that it's not easy. But I'm still trying. So I mean, I like to make parallels to life, man. So I mean, Obi Toppin, at least he's doing that. At least he's doing that. Listen, man, you have to do what you have to do. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what's going on with you. Nobody cares that you're fat. Nobody cares this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? The only person that should care is you. So if Obi Toppin is doing this, and I'm not gonna cheer him on and whatever. Oh, look how good you're doing. Oh, I'm getting more minutes now. I can make mistakes and stuff. Hey man, life is life. He has two kids over there. You have to be an example to your children. If you want to know how to work, then look at your kids and look at how hard you need to work. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, for basketball, I don't play basketball. I don't play basketball for money. I do what I do in my life or whatever for money. I do whatever I do for a job to bring money home. So that's my focus. So that's the primary thing that I do to help support the family. So listen, basketball is your job. You're having fun playing the game, this and the other. But you're making millions of dollars or whatever. Your obligation is your job to get better at your job, to hold it down, solidify the bag, and get better. You know, what the thing with sports, you can always get better, and better and better. I don't know. That's what you were saying before. Where is State? I don't know, man. I think State is working, but like I said, State is always working. So he usually works at night. There's another guy. He does a lot of overtime stuff, trying to stack his chips and get his shit together. For his next chapter in life. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes guys are just not available. So, maybe he's busy at the moment. A lot of times I don't hit State up because this podcast and shit is fun. I know State does as much as he can, with the Twitter Spaces and stuff like that. He's been really going crazy with the Twitter Spaces. If anybody has been following him doing that, but you know how hard it is, man. Like for your love and just like you just love to do this. You love to talk about the Knicks and you like the attention or whatever the fuck, but you don't have set times to do it, and you just gotta just do it at the seat of your pants, and hopefully that it works out and that people don't pay attention. It's not easy, man. So I mean, the Washington Wizards suck, man. They're a bad team. We got number 20. I don't know who the hell that is. But most of the Knicks players that are playing are rotational players. Right now, the Washington Wizards, they're not really playing many rotational players. A lot of the guys that they are playing were guys that were hurt, and guys that were at the end of their bench. The guys weren't guys that they were keying on. Like Hachimura was hurt most of the year. He has 18. He had 18 at the first half, I think. Denny hasn't scored since he hit that 3-pointer earlier. They got Gafford. They paid Gafford. Gafford sucks. Kispert hasn't really been doing much. He got 8 points tonight, 6 rebounds. He's decent. Saturansky is trash. You know what I'm saying? He got 4 rebounds. 4 points. He does have 8 assists tonight. So I mean, like if he was on a good team, he either would be a third string or he would just be your backup point guard, Saturansky. Ish Smith is in the same boat, same kind of player. This guy Thomas Bryant, he was supposed to be like something, but he's been hurt. He was hurt all year too. You got Raul Neto, he's like a international star that he just scored there, I think. He has 11 points, nothing, 0 assists, 0 rebounds. What else can I say here? Guys like Vernon Carey Jr., I mentioned him earlier. He should be playing. I don't know why he's not playing. Maybe he's hurt or something. Some of the other guys they got Caldwell Pope, they got Beal. What's the other guy? Kuzma, I think is out. Kuzma's hurt. So the Kuzma's probably shut down for the year. But I mean, hey man, they're just not a good team. You want to talk about bad coach. The Tom Thibodeau's at least Tom Thibodeau's an elite defensive coach. He got the Knicks playing good team defense. We just can't get the offense together, man. You think Boogie started the salute thing? I don't think so. I don't think Boogie, Jay Boogie started the salute thing. But he did, go crazy with it though. That's like his catchphrase. But like I said, a lot of people say salute. Salute to the chat, salute this, and salute. Everything is salute. But like I said, I don't think Boogie invented that. Because like I said, I've been doing this podcast since 2018. Been doing this since 2018. I was doing it audio first, and then after maybe a season and a half, I started doing visual. So I've been saying salute ever since then. 2018. So I don't know if Jay Boogie's been saying salute since 2018. He might have been, but I didn't know him at the time. Yeah, Obi Toppin is pretty good offensively, man. He's really getting loose. But the thing with Obi, he's a fast learner. You know, not necessarily a fast learner, but you know that he's going to get it together. So I'm expecting Obi Toppin next year when he comes into this building. I'm expecting him to be ready to go. I'm expecting him to be bare minimum rotational player, big time rotational player. Talking about 25 plus minutes or starter. You know what I'm saying? Or both, spot starter, that type of thing. If we trade Julius Randle, then the keys are his, man. That position is his. Power forward is his. You know, maybe he should be the small forward. But then we also got Cam Reddish. So we got to figure all that stuff out, man. But it all depends on what the work these guys put in the offseason. You know. But like I said, even Mitch, man. I'm okay with Mitch, but Mitch doesn't defensive rebound enough for me. Mitch gets the offensive rebounds, which is nice, but defensive, that has to be his task. Because if we trade Julius Randle, who's getting defensive rebounds for us? Our guards. We're gonna have to rely on our guards to get all the rebounds. That's not. I just don't like that, man. I agree with. What do you think about Obi and Christian Wood? I mentioned Christian Woods before. Christian Woods right now is on Houston. He's kind of like wasting his time over there. He got paid and stuff, so I'm quite sure they're gonna probably try to look to trade him too because they got a lot of young guys on that team. I don't know what Houston's doing, because they also got the other kid. What's the center they have over there? They got that young center. I would love to get him. I can't think of his name at the moment, man. But that kid over there in let me refresh this. That kid over there in what's his name can't think of his name, man. I'm gonna have to just pull that up. But I mean, he's good. So they have a lot of good players over there. But Houston is another one. Houston wants to play small ball. So Christian Wood works for them to play small ball. Small ball center. They want to their center shoot threes. They want them to be undersized. They want to push it up. Every single time down. Let me see if I can get the guy's name here. I'm looking at the stats now. Sun Gun. Sun Gun in Houston would be dope on the Knicks, especially with the timeline with the Knicks are playing young and stuff like that. But Sun Gun, right now he has 19 minutes. He has 11 points, only one rebound. But usually he gets a lot of assists. He still blocks shots a little bit. He's a good scorer on the inside. So getting a guy like Sun Gun would be dope. I don't know if Houston would want Mitch. They want to play small ball. They already got rid of that do this in Houston. I mean, not Houston, Atlanta. So then they're not looking to have a traditional center. They just want to play basically five shooting guards running up and down the court. Let me see. Remember what the Giants did in 2007? They played the starters in the last game, didn't blow off the game, and won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I believe it. I got you, Mike. Karma is a bitch, so they say. But if you plant the seeds of goodness, man, out there, man, that karma will come back to you, a thousandfold, and bring you all the stuff that you've been asking for. But you also got to be careful too, man, because karma is a bitch, whatever. But God got a funny sense of humor, because you can say you want something, and he'll gotta give it to you. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the way that you want, but he'll give it to you one way or another. You just got to be ready for it, however it comes, and be kind of clear. Be clear how you want it, because if you keep saying you want something, you're gonna get it. It might not be the way you want it if you're not clear. So I mean, it's the same connection with sports, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to be clear in your intention of what you want to do out there, and then you'll be able to fill in those gaps and stuff like that to get the team better. But if you're not clear, you're gonna get exactly what you asked for, and that's what the season was all about. We weren't clear on what we wanted, and then look at us now. Yeah. Obi Toppin got 26. I think that's absolutely a career high for him. 26 points. So right now with 3 straight games, I think he had 20 points back to back. And now he got 26. Yeah, it's good, man. I'm happy for Obi Toppin. I'm not hating on him at all. But I can critique him. If he's not rebounding enough, I can say he's not rebounding enough. For his position, he needs to rebound. He needs to rebound. If he's not going to rebound, then we're going to be in trouble. So I mean, that for one thing that he does well, I'm glad he is doing well with that, but he has to fill in the gap of other ways too. And also too, if this is going to be our future. My kids are acting crazy. I don't know if you can hear them in the background, but my wife is taking care of it now. I might have to take care of them in a second. But yeah, man, if One guy is not going to do the job. You got to get somebody else in there to help out what we're doing. Salute to the Brazil. What's good? William Xavier. What's good, my man? I see you got a Raiders logo there. You know, the Raiders is always like especially in the '90s and stuff. Raiders were you know, they were good in the '80s and like the '90s or whatever. You know, so you know those are just some teams that people follow. You know, say like the White Sox. You know, everybody wore a White Sox hat because of you know, Snoop and Dr. Dre. You know, not necessarily because they were good teams, but you know, there's always different reasons why people follow teams and stuff. So not saying that you're following those teams because of that, but you know, you know, it is what it is with that. Sims could be a starter next year. I don't know. You know, there's things that he needs to get better at, but his skill set, you know, I would love him to be a permanent backup center for us. You know, or somebody that can come in, do the injury, and fill in spots. You know, so you know, Sims is good. Sims, as strong as he is, he's naturally strong for just because. But if he once he starts getting into the gym and really starts to build up his body with NBA trainers and eating the way that these guys are supposed to eat, you know, he could be very scary. You know, he definitely needs to get out there and hang out with what's his name, Tosh Gibson needs to hang out with him. You know, pull up to Brooklyn, hang out with him a little bit to see how he moves. Get out there and work on that footwork that Tosh Gibson learned late in his career. You know, Sims will be dope if he can get that footwork going. Like I'm comparing him to Brian Grant. So I don't know if anybody's gonna steal that tape. Brian Grant, he used to play for Portland. He used to play for Sacramento, I think. So he played for a lot of teams, man. But mostly people mostly remember him from Portland. That's when he played his best. But you know, Brian Grant didn't really have too much of a athleticism. Maybe earlier on, but you know, Sims' athleticism is off the charts. You know, but I just think the way that he plays, the strength and stuff like that, because Brian Grant was strong as fuck. You know, Brian Grant didn't really rebound as much as I thought. You know, but coming off the bench as a force, coming off the bench, playing well like that, I think Sims could be that guy for us. You know, could he be that as a starter? Yeah, he could be that as a starter. But you know, like I said, you know, the Knicks want, you know, Knicks fans want to get rid of basically. I said this the last game. Most Knicks fans want to get rid of basically 60 something million off of the cap. Like we're talking about Julius Randle, we're talking about Fournier, we're talking about Kemba Walker, we're talking about Nerlens Noel. That's like 60 something $1 million, or maybe even more, to get off the roster. You know, so but those that money has to be filled with somebody else. So we can't just trade guys for nothing unless we can find you know, some salary dump kind of deals. So right now this is a joke. This game is a joke. I'm watching. It's not really worth talking. Ryan just missed a three. I would like to see the ball in Ryan's hand, not playing shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see Emmanuel quickly getting his reps, but like I don't want to see Burks playing point guard, man. Like I want to see Ryan play point guard. You know, we only got well this game, and then we got one more game, which is a bonus game. They had to add to the schedule because it's a game that we missed earlier in the year. You know, so you know, a good pass by Ryan to Taj. Taj wasn't ready. Taj was able to get it back out, but it's a turnover, backcourt violation. Or he might have stepped out of bounds. But Ryan, good pass from Ryan. Nice little touchdown pass there to Taj Gibson. So right now we're in crunch time. 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in the game. Yeah, man. I like. What's the point of having a point guard out there if you're just gonna have him play shooting guard? You know, you don't have him mixed up in the offense. Let's get him the ball in the seat. Let's let him go through point guard motions, man. What's the fucking point? What's the point of of getting this guy? What's the point of having him waste the roster spot as a point guard and not going to use him as a point guard? It doesn't make any sense. So, can you hear my kids screaming? I might have to pause this and go and step out to see what the hell's going on. Anyway, we got Deuce McBride, another point guard out there. He just almost destroyed the right hand side of the backboard. Give Mitch the bag and trade him. Hey, I'm with it. And also too, for as much as I talk badly about Mitchell Robinson, he has things that he needs to fix too. There's a lot of things that he does well. He can get those blocks, steals, and stuff like that. He complains to the referees too much. He doesn't defensive rebound enough for me. He gets abused on the inside by other centers. And he likes to prey on the weak. I don't like all that flexing and stuff like that. If you're gonna flex against the terrible teams in the NBA, but then get dismantled by the best ones, man. Come on, man. You got to stop it. You got to stop that bullshit. You got to refocus on the game and take everything out on the game. Yeah, we can't let him go for nothing. Hopefully, that's if he works with us. It seems like Mitchell Robinson is a bit of a dick. So we'll see. We'll see what his relationship is with his reps and stuff, and how it works with our Knicks. Because I mean, if he wants to go to Detroit, for instance, and get money from Detroit, hopefully we can get something back from them. They got players over there that we can use, to absorb some contract stuff, to have, just to have somebody, like Olenek. I'll just throw it out there, Olenek. Olenek is not that great of a player, but if we sign and trade Mitch to Detroit, maybe we can get Olenek back. Olenek would be a dope backup center, you know. So at that point, then maybe you could stick Simmons as the starting center, knowing that Olenek is behind. Also, Obi Toppin is there, so you could play around with Olenek, backing up Obi. So that makes sense. Backing up Obi and backing up Sims. So that could make sense for us. It's not the best idea, but it could make sense for us. In a way that we can use certain guys. Let me see. If RJ is hurt bad, Tibbs needs to be fired. Did he get hurt really? So I noticed he isn't playing right now. Let me see what RJ's minutes are. Yeah, so he's been stuck at 14 points. I don't think he came out of halftime, right? He hasn't played the second half yet. I'm not really looking at the minutes right now. I actually don't give a fuck about the minutes or nothing like that. But if RJ is hurt, you definitely don't want to start the off season with RJ hurt, because then that leaves us a question mark. So yeah, he only played 15 minutes. He had 14 points in 15 minutes. The Knicks is still up. Yeah, man. So if RJ Barrett's hurt, that would suck, man. That definitely will suck. But at this moment, we got 6 minutes left. Fournier played 23 minutes. We got Burks is still out there with 29. It's time for Archie. Ryan Archie DeCona, whatever his name is. He needs to get those minutes. I mean, Brian needs to get the rest of these minutes. And just see what goes on. I would like to see that dude Hunt, Ferran Hunt. I would love to see him play, because he's like 6'8" or whatever. It's a small forward. I would love to see him play. He's been playing well for the G League. I would love to see what that kid could do. Yeah, I was talking about Clint Capella a little earlier. With he was on Houston. So he got traded to Atlanta. So Atlanta, they want that dude. I keep forgetting his name. He has the O in his last name. Let me get it together here. Where is he at? The guy that they drafted, Okongwu. Excuse me. They got Okongwu there, so they want Okongwu to be the starter. You know what I'm saying? So Capella could be had if you want. Right now, he's playing against the Heat. He got 16 minutes. He has 13 points, 10 rebounds, no blocks right now. But I mean, Capella would be dope. Not for nothing. Capella would be dope to pick up. Can we pick him up in the trade? Yeah. It depends on what Atlanta wants. Atlanta has a lot of redundant talent over there, so I really don't know. How we would be able to get Capella. But Capella might be on a different team next year. Based on what Atlanta wants to do as far as with a Congo. So that's interesting, man. We'll probably see some player movement with him this offseason. What's going on, Geraldine? What am I right about? Why does Zeus have to be on the floor with IQ? I don't know. I don't get it. Right now, Burks is there with Fournier. So I mean, they took out Deuce and they took out IQ. And Ryan is the point guard, and Ryan is just standing there begging to get the ball. It's like it's a joke. It's a joke. Ryan is out there; he's the point guard, but Burks is still there. I don't get it. Like, what are we trying to do? Like right now, the score on the screen right there is 96 to 75. The score is actually 100 to 83. So at this point, what are we trying to see? What are we trying to figure out tonight with Alec Burks and Fournier right now? Ryan is out there guarding the point guard, but he's not playing point guard. Here goes Washington going on the inside there. Who's that? That's is that Ish? No, that's that Winston. That's some guy that I have no idea who the hell that is. How come the Knicks aren't looking at their young guys to see what they can do. There's no reason for Deuce to come out the game. It doesn't make any sense. Well, this dude Winston is actually pretty good. I've seen him before. He's actually a good point guard, Mr. Winston. So Quickly's coming back in. So I guess Quickly needed to get a breather or something like that. Maybe he was thirsty, needed to get something to drink or something. But there goes that kid Hunt on the Knicks, sitting right next to Quentin Grimes. How come he's not playing right now? I would love to see that kid get some minutes. He goes Quickly running the point now. Is Ryan still on the court? Ryan is gone. So Ryan is off the court now. This is garbage, man. Sims, good frame of mind to catch the ball and throw it back out. Gives it to Fournier, good three-point shot. Yeah, it's good basketball, man. I like to see Sims, man. Sims, it was alley-oop for Sims. He knew that he couldn't dunk it, but instead of doing like Mitchell Robinson and forcing a dunk, or like Obi forcing the dunk and causing a turnover, he secured the ball and was able to kick it out to Fournier because he knew Fournier was behind him at three. So that's good. That's good basketball right there. So I mean, Sims is good, man. These are little things that we need to like really circle and write out, and make a point that how good these guys are. Good pick there to give Obi Toppin a little freedom there. But Obi got to stick that, man. Shots off the backboard and things of that nature, he needs to stick that. He goes Quickly pushing the ball. See, Burks is looking to get the ball back, which is no good. Burks is in the corner. You got Sims with a pick. Doesn't touch him, which allows the defender to come back. So it causes too much freedom for the defender to cause more ruckus on the Knicks there. So I wish that Tom Thibodeau would allow the big man to touch the guy, because they'll do a pick, but he won't physically touch the guy, the opposing player. So I mean, what's the point of doing a pick if you're not gonna like pick the guy? Like, you're basically just impeding his motion, his movement. If you're gonna set a pick, you need to like at least touch the dude to make the guy stay back. That's the whole point. Mike, what are you talking about here, Mike? New York has both Detroit's second round, the 23 and 24. Yep, those could be good picks. How about Mitch and another asset for 1 or 2? I would take Grant. Like I said, if Obi's gonna be the player that he is right there, then having Grant next to Obi would be dope. RJ is shooting guard. Let's stick RJ at the shooting guard position. Have Quickly, as his point guard. We got to look at how we can develop this team going forward. Burks as a starting point guard next year cannot be next year. You're gonna have to definitely figure that out. But I wouldn't mind getting on Grant. I wanted Grant this year, to double down to play with Julius Randle. Nobody will agree with that. But hindsight is always 20/20, man. We should have doubled down on the things that we did well last year, but we didn't do that. So I mean, it is what it is, man. You need to pay Mitch's money. I'm not gonna cry about it, but I already stated my case on that. You guys already know. What's good here? This will play Hunt with 50 cents. He'll definitely put him in with like a minute left, or like 10 seconds left or whatever. Or he'll put him in there for defensive purposes and then take him out. Shit is crazy. Number 22 just threw up a rain shot just now. Oh no, that was Obi. Obi just scored. So they got a foul there. They only got a minute and 50 seconds left in this game. The most important thing, man, is for these guys not to get hurt. So see Obi Toppin, he got the top of the key 3-point shot, and he makes it. So I don't know what it is. Obi Toppin, maybe he needed Julius to be out of there in order to make shots. Because, I would like to get the stats on that. Ever since Julius Randle went down, I feel like Obi Toppin's been making a lot more 3-point shots. So my props is being the Obi score bot right now, 30. Now we got 33. It's good to see. It's good to see. But like I was saying, did Obi need Julius gone in order to start making the 3-point shot? I don't get it, man. Like I get it. You need minutes to show what you can do. But listen, man, making a 3-point shot, that has to do with you practicing. Showing it in practice. Maybe he shows it in practice. Maybe that's why Tom Thibodeau keeps making Obi Toppin shoot threes. But now he's making it. So my thing is, you need the minutes in order to feel like you're special, in order for you to make a 3-point shot. So stuff like that, is something to think about as time goes on. Maybe Obi Toppin does become the player that not the player that we expected, because I didn't expect him to be like this. But if Obi Toppin becomes that guy that all of a sudden he's a 20-point a game scorer, God bless him. But as it gets close to him getting paid, does his attitude change? Because Julius Randle attitude changed later on in his career too. So does Obi Toppin change? So is he gonna get pissed off if he's not getting the ball, or if he's getting pissed off because he's not getting the minutes that he wants? You got to stroke that ego in order for him to be successful. That I don't want. That I can't deal with. Yo, Hunt is not in the game right now. Where is he? Uh, is that him at the bottom of the screen, or is that Burks? I'm looking for Hunt. Hunt is not in the game. Is that him at number 16 at the bottom of the screen, or is that? Yeah, that's him at the bottom of the screen. I mean, Tom Thibodeau's a madman. He is a madman, bro. I don't know how anybody could vouch for him. People still vouching for Tom Thibodeau. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Obi is shooting, yeah, because of confidence, yeah. But is it the confidence because of the minutes, or the confidence because the guy that's in front of him is not there? So now he doesn't have to worry about Julius coming in, so he's not constantly looking at the bench. That to me just I don't know. I just don't like that trait. I just don't like that trait. Because here it is. Listen, man, like not for nothing. This podcast, not a lot of people are watching right now. Because I mean it's the end of the season. It's kind of hard to watch these games. So the viewership for this particular podcast is not as high as it was earlier in the season. But is that going to stop me from working? I'm still doing the same podcast that I always do. Because I'm not worrying about that. If I have more people watching, does that change what I say? Am I going to start, stripping or start cursing people out and understand the other, or talking badly about other people to get more viewership? Or, like I said, I'll be here with myself chest naked, to get people to watch me? No, I'm still going to get the same podcast. Sometimes it could be 100 people in here. Like I said, Facebook, for some reason, thousands of motherfuckers are watching on Facebook. I just don't get it. I just don't get how this works. How all this stuff works here. But regardless of the fact, you still give the same effort. That's the only point I'm trying to make. So whether or not Julius Randle is taking his minutes and he's got to worry about Tom Thibodeau cursing him out or taking him out every time he makes a mistake. Listen, man, play the game. Just play. Don't worry about if somebody's going to take you out. That character flaw, that's a character flaw, man. I can't. That's something I can't really get behind. But as long as you're playing well, and there's no bullshit behind it, and you keep giving effort, I can support Obi Toppin. The key thing, except to extended RJ to a $30 million and get a center at if they could trade Julius Randle Fournier and get expiring pants, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I get you, man. But I was talking about the last couple of podcasts too, that whole $65 million thing. We just have to reallocate the money and stuff. So I mean, paying Mitch is one thing. We could do that. We could pay RJ, but like me and you both are saying, we gotta take some of these other contracts and relocate that money some kind of way. Obi got 35. So Obi's done for the game. So anyway, the game is over right now. What else you guys are saying here? Yeah, man, game is over. Obi Toppin could score like today against the. Now, if Obi Toppin could score like today against the great teams, yeah, I get you. Yeah, IQ got 23, 10, and 6. That's something that I don't think I mentioned all game really. But we definitely need these guys. 20, 10, and 6. Obi Toppin with the 35. Sims with he had nine rebounds, 2 blocks, 4 points, that type of thing. So there's a lot of stuff that we have to look forward to next year. But these guys have to put in the work. Tom Thibodeau is he's a madman. But if these guys want to get to the next level, they want to play, they're gonna have to show up and show the front office that that they're ready for the next level. Because right now, Obi Toppin, the way that he's playing right now, even though he's playing against shit teams right now, him playing the way that he's playing, maybe the front office be like, okay, listen, I think Obi Toppin is ready. I think Obi Toppin is ready, so let's move Julius Randle. But in order to get that job, he has to show up next year playing like this. Not coming in. Oh, I need to work it. I need to get my confidence back. This, that, and the other. No, he has to show up now. You already set the precedent. Obi Toppin has to show up. Excuse me, playing like this. Hovering around 18, 20 points a game like that. This is what he has to do. He has to improve on other things as well. RJ too. RJ, what everybody said, oh, he's up to like 20 points a game now. He's averaging 23 or 25 points, since the All-Star break. Okay, that sounds good. But next year he needs to show up on day one as that 20-point a game scorer, and also cleaned up. Whatever he did well, he needs to clean up on that shit. A lot of stuff that he does well. Emmanuel quickly, if he wants to be the starting point guard, he needs to show up next year, looking to get 20, 23, 10, and 6 every night. He needs to do that. He needs to show up and show Tom Thibodeau that he's ready to do that. And at least give the confidence to the front office that these guys are ready to step up. Because then that takes pressure off the front office to make a stupid trade to get a point guard like Brunson. Is Quickly better than Brunson? Is Brunson better than Quickly? Which one? Do you want to spend the $25 million on Brunson when we already got Quickly? So it doesn't make any sense. And we already paying Rose still. So a couple things, man. A lot of things we got going on here. Shout out to Cam Reddish. I wish Cam Reddish could play now, because I think if Cam Reddish was playing at this moment, I think that he would be showing what he's really made of too. But he's gonna have to wait till next year. But I mean, like I said, these guys got to show up, and then they got to show the front office that they're improving enough to make these guys take a gamble on their own players rather than spending extra money to bring somebody else in here to do what we already have. Anyway, so we'll see how this goes, man. Because like me and Mike was saying, there's like $65 million floating right now. Like I said, we're talking about Julius, we're talking about Fournier, we're talking about Burks, we're talking about Nerlens Noel, we're talking about Kemba Walker. There's a lot of money floating there in those 5 players that we need to change. We need to relocate that money some kind of way. Hopefully, we can get a player that we're missing. Somebody that can help what we're doing here. And just fill out the roster. Let me clean this. So I see Brandon Dezen is here. So Obi takes shots from Randall when Randall around, because Randall won't want to catch Obi misses. Too much ego from Juju. Yeah, he's done. I get what you're saying. Juju's done. I think we're all in agreement with that. Like, Julius Randle needs to get out of here. He needs to go to a team that already has proven scores. Like Phoenix, I feel like like Julius Randle to Phoenix makes a lot of sense. Because they don't go to Deontay Ayton enough. They don't trust him on the inside. Deontay might be a little soft too, not for nothing. But he's gonna give you 18 and 10 no matter who's there. Because he was doing that before CP3 got there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, him coming to New York, hopefully he can do the same thing. That would be great. 18, 20, and 10 and whatever. Because the way that we play, with Obi on the perimeter, with RJ on the perimeter, with Cam on the perimeter. Obi and all these guys. We need that center in the middle to play off of. To give balance and play off of him, man. So that would be dope. I really believe in that trade, man. So I'm hoping that the powers that be are thinking the same way that I'm thinking, and seeing how can we get Deontay Ayton on the Knicks next year. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. I think that he would fit what we're doing right now, what we're doing today. With these current guys, I think he would fit in so well with those guys. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. We'll see how this plays out. RJ is just barely gonna give you 20. Hey, man, listen. People don't want to hear it. RJ needs to work on his finishing. He definitely needs to work on his finishing. They all do. They all really need to work on their finishing. Get the in between game together, because that's not gonna cut it the way that he's been playing. He's been getting the points. But to be that real go-to guy, to play hard against real teams, all these guys really have to step up. You refuse to watch 82 games around the next year. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I refuse to watch 82 games of Burks playing point guard too. The front office got to figure something out. Hard to play. Yeah, this is it right here, Jarrell. It's hard to judge players with Tom Thibodeau there. So when Tom Thibodeau forced to play these guys, we just got to believe what we're watching. We got to believe what we're watching and just believe in these players. Like I said, I critique Mitchell Robinson because of his rebounding, and he acts like an immature child a lot. He's supposed to be an enforcer, last resort on defense. Obi Toppin, same thing, always pointing for the alley-oop, more concerned about scoring and stuff like that than doing what he's supposed to do, rebounding and stuff like that. So these guys have to fix these character flaws if they want to be here. And some guys like we're saying here, Julius Randle just out of here, forget it. Nerlens Noel, he's got to go. All these guys, all that money got to go somewhere. Deontay Ayton would be dope, man. That is like my wet dream. I guess like I said, this weekend is crazy. The Knicks play on Sunday, so Sunday I would like to go to that game because the game's supposed to be at 7. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it, man. I really would like to go to the finisher, but we'll see what happens, man. But I don't know if I'll be available to do a podcast on Sunday, but we'll see. But season's gonna be over starting Sunday, I believe, right? Sunday. So season's gonna be over Sunday. So the off season is here. Dietix podcast does never end. I'm always doing podcasts even in the summertime. In the summertime, for some reason, the viewership is way up in the summertime. So that's when I get most of my followers and stuff in the summer. So right now, this is basically well, this will be the second summer. Because because I started it in August, I believe, in 2020. That I started doing the or 2021 I started doing video. I can't remember. But I started doing a video with Fizdale when he was the coach. So we're talking about 2 seasons I started doing video. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I've been getting a lot more followers in the summertime. And so anyway, stay locked in. I'm gonna continue to do more podcasts and stuff, more in-depth stuff, and just more conversations. And my man Jarrell here, we're gonna figure it out. We got something that we're trying to get together. We gotta figure that out. And some other guys too, man. We see if we can get more content and stuff out there for you guys to check out. What's 2010 and 5? It's empty stats. I got you. But like I said, Obi Toppin, the way he played tonight is fine. RJ at the 2 is good. Quickly, the way he plays is fine too. Cam will come in and fill in that 3-point that 3 spot. But if you want to talk about replacing the 2010 and 5, maybe we can replace the 20 and 10 with Deontay Ayton. Let the 5 come from Obi and Cam. The way that we run the offense with our perimeter players. If we have a good perimeter offense, like I said, with Obi being that hockey assist guy, RJ running the offense really through him, quickly pushing the pace. You know what I'm saying? And Cam maybe being that one-on-ones that one scorer that we need. With Deontay Ayton in the mix, that is a good mix, man. That is a wet dream right there. Yeah, so I really want that, man. I really want Deontay Ayton. I'm really sold on that. We'll see, man. Mitch might be good on the Suns as well. I think so too. I think if you put Mitch and Julius on the Suns, because Julius Randle is not going to be the same player that he is being coached by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to be coached by what's his name, Monty Williams over there, and CP3 is there, and Booker's over there. So Julius Randle's not going to be the alpha guy on that team. CP3 is. You know what I'm saying? So Julius Randle's going to eat all day with Booker on one side and CP3 on the other. Julius Randle is going to be free to do what he wants to do. And then if you put Mitchell Robinson out there, Mitchell Robinson will get the offensive rebounds that they need. He'll be a lob threat because that's what they want. They rather Deontay just be a lob threat than being somebody that we got to give the ball to. They got to give the ball to. So Julius Randle and Mitch would probably do really well over there. Because you got Mitchell, you got that Mikal Bridges guy, Mikal Bridges, Juju, Mitch. CP3 and Booker, come on, that's a really good team. And then he already have the other intangibles with the guys coming off the bench too. So that's a good team there. How does a team that's already good get better? There you go. That's how you do it. Should IQ? At this point, yes. At this point, IQ should be the starter next year. But Tom Thibodeau, up until this point right now, he's still starting Burks. He pulled IQ to put Burks back in. The only reason why he put IQ back in because he wanted to get Ryan out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, IQ needs to be a point guard. What does he need to do? The guy doesn't even have the ball in his hands most of the game because Tom Thibodeau wants Burks to have it, but he still was able to give you almost a triple-double again. Almost get you triple-double again. So let IQ be the starting point guard. Because listen, we got Deuce and Rose next year coming off the bench. Rose will be back next year. So if you got Rose coming off the bench, then quickly needs to start, man. We need to stop the bullshit. Burks needs to start. IQ needs to start. Make Burks come off the bench if you want. But we got Quentin Grimes, so we need to reallocate this money some kind of way. That's the front office's decision now. So, you want to see me explode if that happens? Deontay standing in the corner waiting for a three. You want to see me explode? That's exactly what would happen, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, this would be ideal. Dwayne, Freddie, Hubbard. This would be ideal. Having a Deontay Ayton as a starting center with Sims at the backup. That's an excellent 1-2 tandem right there. And then, like I said, you could stick Sims and play him at power forward sometimes. If you're gonna have Obi there, Sims coming in playing off the bench as well. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, we all in agreement for the most part, man. But this is today. We still got one more game. We play. Who do we play next? We play the Raptors next. So that'll be an interesting game, a nice defensive game. I'm expecting the Knicks to win tomorrow. I think the young guys are going to show up and play like how they play now. Toronto's a little bit more tougher. They shoot a lot more threes, so but they're not trying to get hurt either. So we'll see, man. Tom Thibodeau's still trying to win. So we might end up beating Toronto tomorrow, man. So the tank is over. It's a season about RJ getting better. It's a season about quickly getting better. It's a season about Obi making the next step, getting better too. So it's all about what ifs next year. I wish we could fire Tom Thibodeau, man. I wish we could fire him and just let Johnny Bryant do his thing, and just continue to build like this. Because getting more vets in here, because that's what we tried to do. We got Fournier and got Walker to get more vets to help Tom Thibodeau out. That's not. I don't think that's the right thing to do at this moment, because our young guys are better than our vets. Our young guys are good. Our young guys are ready to go. Our young guys don't need to be developed. That word development needs to go. All these young guys need to just be put in position. Their time is now. So maybe we need to just build around that. So anyway, if the Suns win a championship this season, I don't think they. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see, definitely. But I can't really see them winning a championship. Not for nothing. There is no team really. Not for nothing. Phoenix is probably the most polished team in the West to come out. But I'm not excited about them winning the championship. I don't feel like, wow, man, how is anybody going to beat those guys? I don't see it. I don't see. They're not exciting. That's what makes it not fun. This NBA right now. This NBA, not for nothing. It reminds me of when Magic and Bird came through, and when Jordan took over. All these little moments when Iverson and all these other scorers started coming in. You want to talk about Gilbert Arenas and T-Mac and all this other stuff. I feel like the NBA is in that type of transition, because if you're looking around the league, who's exciting right now? Is there a team that you're like, whoa, look at that team, or look at that player? Giannis, for how dope he is, I don't give a fuck about Giannis, to tell you the truth. I'm looking around the league. Who around the league is exciting like that? So I feel like the Knicks have they still have an opportunity to move up next year, but we just got to get the right mix in there. I think Deontay Ayton might be that guy, man. I can't stop saying it. Mosey, I don't want to hear shit about Randall. Yeah, he's over, man. So shout out to Queen Grant too. Hey guys, I'm out of here. So State, he's working. I did hit him up. He wanted to do a pod today. So right now it's 9:30. To tell you the truth, I'm tired, guys. So you might see me a little bit later. You might not. Maybe I don't know. We'll see, man. Anyway, hopefully I see you guys over the weekend. I'll get something together. If not over the weekend, definitely during the week you're gonna see Dire Knicks with a bunch of different content coming out there. So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Ewu out. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb. Salute, and I'll see you guys later. See you later, guys. All right, peace, y'all. What's this cough elbow? Keep up the good work. Hey, I'm trying, man. Bye, guys. Peace.